today I'm going to be showing you everything you need to know to get started with Google Classroom. Alright, so now let's jump in. Alright, so to get started, you have to go over to classroom.google.com. Alright, so this takes you to this very front page that you're seeing right here. And if you have any sort of Gmail account, then you can sign into the classroom with your valid Gmail account. Alright, so this interface you see right here is where it takes you to once you go to your browser and then you search classroom.google.com. Okay, so it brings you right here at this very first page that you're seeing, this very page that you see right here. And I must add that to use your Google Classroom, all you need is a valid Gmail account and it's totally free. Just go to classroom.google.com and you will be able to access this very interface that you see right here. Alright, an alternative way to get to Classroom without using the browser, you can just click on this dot right here. When you click it, this menu is going to open up for you as you see right here. All you have to do is to scroll down. You just scroll down until you find Classroom. Alright, so now see it, this is Classroom. You just have to click on it. When you click on it, it will take, once you click on it, it will take you to this very interface you see right here. Okay, alright, so before we continue with this video, remember I am Dorothy Bennett MMO. The MMO stands for Make Money Online. Alright, so if you're new to our YouTube channel, feel free to click on the subscribe button and remember to click on the bell notification also so that you don't miss out on any of our videos. Okay, also remember to like this video and drop a comment in any area of this video that you don't understand. Alright, and last but not the least, click on the description, the link in the description of this video. You're going to find our essential digital product. Alright, you can go through those products. Anyone that truly related to you, you purchase it and then enjoy the product. Okay, it's also a way of showing support to this channel. Alright, so thank you. So without further ado, let us continue with our video. Now right here at this home page, the next thing I'm going to do is to create a classroom. Alright, but before we do that, if you look closely on this home page, I'm gonna find two sections. Okay, so we have the create a classroom section, and then you also have the join a classroom section. Okay, now if you are a student and you're using the Google Classroom, you can use the section which is the join a class section. Okay, then for teachers that wants to create device in the classroom, you can use your create a classroom section. Okay, so we are going to click on create a classroom and then you are going to check this box right here. I'm going to check it. Maybe I'm going to click on continue. So this brings us to the create a class box. Okay, the only required thing that you see on this box right here is the class name. Okay, the class name is the required thing and in this entire box. So you can also, another important thing is this subject as well. Okay, you can fill in the subject too as well. So normally what I usually do is that I put in my name and then the subject. When I want to add a class name, I have to add in my name as well as the subjects. This will help the student understand that, okay, that this is actually my class. Okay, and so it will help them, it will make it easier for them to understand. Okay, so I just finished typing in my name. As you can see, Miss Dorothy English class. Alright, so this makes it easy for students to understand that this is Miss Dorothy English class. Now let's jump into the subject and then put in our subjects. English. So we are done putting in the subject, alright? So that is it. So what we have to do now is to click on create. And just like that, we have created our English class, alright? Alright, this section I see right here is our stream, okay? So we'll be going over this entire sections, okay? So as you can see, this is the stream. Okay, we'll scroll down. And this is everything on this stream section, okay? So over here at the left, you can see all of these sections right here. I'll be going over these sections starting from the home section, okay? So now let's click on the home, and then you can see here the English class we created, okay? So if we are creating multiple classes, as you can see here, we will have them all listed here at the home section, okay? So this makes things easy for both the teachers and as well as the students, okay? So having all of your subjects that you're teaching listed on your home section. So that's all about home, okay? So over here you have the calendar, right? You click here, all of the calendars, your classes, schedules, and everything will be right there at the calendar, all right? So I'll do the rest over here, okay? So subsequently we'll be talking about this to review section, okay? So now let's go over to this my class. So we have to click on it, and it takes us over to our stream, okay? This is my stream, as you see right here. Alright, now the next thing I'm going to do is to customize our class so that it makes it stand out, okay? So over here, this customize. So we click on it, then it takes us to this interface right here, okay? So here, right here in this interface, if you look at this place, you can see that we can upload a photo from our gallery, okay? Or we can select the photo from the Google Classroom, all right? So we click on it, then it shows us different photos to select from, okay? As you can see, this one right here is kind of attractive, okay? Right at this this general, this is the general. So all of this photo here are under the general, okay? So now if you look closely to this place, you can see English and history, okay? So it's another section where we might find an image that resonates. So we are going to click on it, and then you can see different themes that resonate with English, okay? So if I'm to choose one of them, all right, this one here actually resonates, okay? So all I have to do is to select it, and then I'll have to click on select class theme as well. So I have to click on this area too as well. Then it takes us back to this place, okay? So if you look at this section here, you see select theme color, alright? So I like the theme color already, so I might have to leave this as default, okay? So I might have to leave this as the default color. So now I have to click on save, okay? So click on it, and then it loads and takes us back to our stream, right? So this right here is our stream. You can scroll down to see that everything is okay. So now we have to invite our students to join our class, okay? To do that, you have to over to this people area there. You have to click on it. So if you look at the teachers section here, so If you want to invite a teacher or some teachers as well, you can then over to this plus button here and invite a teacher, but you actually need to invite students to join our class. All right, so this is the student area right here, and if you look at this button right here, this is where we can click on to invite students. So you can select any student email you see right here and choose from there, and we can as well type in their email address respectively, all right, to invite them. As soon as we click on the invite button, all right, so right at the top here we can see our invitation link. All right, we can either copy the link and then email it to various students as well. Okay, so now we have to go back to our streams. Okay, so we have to click on stream and then it takes us back to the stream. Okay, so another way to send an invitation is through the classroom code. Okay, so we can click on this box right here to expand the code, and then with this code individual students can just type in this code and get invited automatically, or you can also copy the code and invite students as well if you still wish to. Okay, so these are the various ways to invite students to join your class on the Google Classroom. So after talking about the class code, we'll be talking about upcoming events. All right, so these are upcoming works. All right, this is where they get displayed, the works you've scheduled. This is where you find them. All right, and then over here is your feed. It's like your Facebook feed. Okay, so over here just two settings. Okay, ready to customize this feed. You see right here as well. So over here we have the new announcement section. All right, so we just have to click on it, and then this is the section where we tell our students what we'll be doing next. Okay, for instance, if there will be an upcoming quiz or an upcoming assessment, all right, so this is where we type that in. So I'll be typing an announcement shortly. So I want to tell the student that they'll be having a quiz this Friday, so I just typed it. We have a quiz this Friday. All right, so I can either choose to send this to all students, or I can click and select individual students. Okay, supposing there is a student that missed my quiz, I can choose to send this announcement to just that student alone, or to all students in general. Now I can customize this announcement however I like. I can bold it. Okay, I can choose to bold it. I can choose to make it entirely. I can choose to underline in a section. I can choose to add some list as well. Okay, so these are all the things I can do to customize the announcement. Now down here you are going to find Drive. Supposing there's a file or a document that I want the student to read in order to help them prepare for the quiz, I can click on that Drive section and include the file I want them to have access to as well. Okay, now here YouTube, I can recommend the YouTube video if I want them to come and watch my YouTube video to help them prepare for the quiz. I can also include the YouTube video I want them to watch to help them prepare for the quiz. Okay, and I can also upload a file. Suppose another file on my laptop, I can click here, drag the file from my computer down here and include that as well. I can also add a link to my website or an article on my website that the students can read as well in order to help them prepare for the quiz. Okay, so as soon as I'm done customizing, I can come here to post the announcement so that individual students will get it, or I can schedule the announcement as well. So let's schedule this announcement. So click on schedule. Then we are going to add the dates we want it to. Then we can then click on schedule. Then that takes us back to our stream. And over here, this track is the announcement we just scheduled. So right now, let us try and create a new announcement. And let us try and post it. Okay, so we have to click on new announcement. Then I'm going to type in our announcement and post it so that all the students can view them. Alright now, so this is our announcement. I told the student to read chapter 1 now. Alright, so this message is going to go to all students, as you can see, read chapter 1. And then all I have to do now is to post it. Okay, so I have to come out to this post right here and click on post. As you can see now, the announcement has been posted. I just have to scroll down and this is the announcement. It says read chapter 1 right there. And then the best thing about this is that students can as well comment on this post. You can see add a comment. So they can click on this. Again, let me scroll down. So they can add their comment right here and send it as well. So any announcement that we post comes live on our stream section right here. Okay. Now the next part we'll be talking about, let me scroll up, in the Google Classroom is the classwork section. Alright, so you have to click on this classwork section. So this is our classwork section. As you can see, we don't have any classwork, alright, at this section, okay. So as you can see, no classwork here, but if you hover to the top here, you'll see a create button. So when we click on that create button, then we'll see all of this section that we can create, all of these various classwork that we can create. That is from the assignment section. So if you wish to create any assignments for our student that has joined the classroom, you can create them there. So up next is a quiz assignment right here. So if we happen to give the students an assignment and we hope to grade this assignment and add points to it so that we can use it for grading the students, this is the section where you can give them that type of assignment. Then we have the questions, and then we have the materials, and these other sections right here. Now let's go back to the assignment, okay? So now let's click on this assignment. Then let's close this up. Let's close it. And here is the section for our assignments. Alright, so let's quickly type in the assignment that we want to give to the students. So these are assignments to say comprehension, read chapter 2. Alright, so now let's go and write down the instructions for this assignment right here. So now this is the instruction. I said you all should read and summarize chapter 2. Alright, so this is the instruction. So you can move it, italicize it, underline it, and lots more. So we can also add also add attachments to this assignment, okay, via Google Drive or YouTube, or we can upload. So looking at this right section, you can see all of this section right here, starting from the class, okay, our English class. Then how we are assigning it to, we are assigning it to all students, okay, or we can choose a particular student we wish to assign to. And then here is the point. This is an assignment, so we have to make it ungraded. So we have to click on the ungraded part right here. So we click on it, and then this other part you can scroll down to see if there's any other important parts. No other parts here, so let's just scroll up, and then we can hit assign right away, or we can as well schedule the assignments. Okay, so now let's click on assign, and as you can see, this is the assignment. It has been assigned to various students that were invited to this classroom. Okay, so right now we can see this is our calendar, so we can click on it, and yes, so this is the calendar. Let's close this one. So this is our calendar. It takes notes of all of the events. Let's scroll down. Let's scroll over. Okay. So it takes notes of all of the events that has been happening in the classroom. Okay, so now let's close this up. I'll go back to our string. So now let's go back to the drive section. Okay, we can click on drive, and then it takes us to loading. So it takes us to our drive section. This is where all of the files that we have been sending to the students, this is where they are all recorded as well, okay? So we can come here and resend all, whatever we want to do with the file, delete them, whatever we want to do with it. So now let's close this up. Now let's talk about the grade. Okay, let's close this. Oh, let's close it. Okay, no. So over here is the grade area. This is where we find all the grades of our students. Okay, as you can see, there's no grade here. That's because there's no students here. Alright, so this is the grade area. Now let's go back to our string. Let's click on it. So let's scroll down. And now see over here you can see the assignments that we just assigned to students right there. So let's scroll up. Okay, so I think that's all about this. So the next thing we'll be talking about is this tool review section. Alright, so now let's click on it. And then right here you can see our work in progress. You can see the assignment that we just posted. You can see the assignment here. So over here you can see the number of students that have turned in. You can see the number of students that were assigned and the number of students that have returned the assignment. So now let's go back to our stream. Okay, then over here with settings, let's click on it. So we can see the class details. Okay, so you have to scroll down. Let's scroll down here. As this is the general, then we have our code, our invitation link, and all of those. Let's scroll down again. And then we have the stream and class, okay? So this, so now this area over here where it says student can post and comment. I want to change this setting because I want the student to only be able to comment, okay, while I, the teacher, do the posting. Alright, so all I have to do is to click on it, and then I want to select students can only comment, so I have to click on it. So this is the only setting now. Let me scroll down. Right here you can see Meet and Google Meet. Here, so if I scroll down, here is the grading section. Okay, you can still scroll down. You have the grade calculations and grade category. Right, I think that stands for that. I scroll back up and then probably save. Alright, that's the video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Remember to like the video. Remember to drop your comments, okay? Also remember to click on the bell notification so that you'll be notified when next week drop a new video. I am Dorothy Bennett MMO, and remember as well that in the link of the description of this video, you'll find digital products, alright? Go through those products, choose whichever of the products that resonate with you, purchase it, and enjoy the product, okay? It is also a way of you showing support to our channel, alright? So that's the video, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.